Hey everyone, and welcome to this summary of Horizon 4's Update 32. Now there is some interesting news in the Forza world, but before we dive into that, let's jump right into the series playlist and see what's new this month. Alright, so starting off with overall season rewards, 50% seemingly as always now, gets us a backstage pass, and 80% the ATS GT. Then Summer's 50% gets you the Zenvo TSRS, the one with the crazy cool wing, and 80% the Mercedes AMG E63. We also get our first of two new cars this season in Summer as the season event, the Ford Mustang GT500, a pretty cool Mustang if there ever was one. Then for Autumn, we're getting another backstage pass at 50%, and the Ford GT40 at 80%. Then Winter gives us yet another backstage pass at 50%, and the McLaren MP412C at 80%. And finally into Spring, 50% does not get us a backstage pass, but does get us the McLaren F1, and 80% another shot at the Lexus LFA. And here's where we get our second new car of the month, the Shelby Mustang 1000. So you might be wondering why we're only getting two cars this month, and there's a good reason for that. There is a new car pack coming out, the Hot Wheels Legends car pack. So these are all cars that were actually built, I think pretty much every one is a one-off, but they were built in a competition to be turned into Hot Wheel cars. So they are all technically real cars in the world. You've got things like the 2Jet Z, this Ford Dually, and the Studebaker Roadster. A lot of interesting cars here. When they teased Hot Wheels pack, I was a little bit bummed because I generally only like to drive cars that are, well, real cars. But these are technically all real cars, and there are some pretty cool ones here. So the bummer here that is going to be a bit of a sting to you Ultimate Edition owners. This is what they're calling a premium car pack and will not be available for free to Ultimate Edition owners or Car Pass owners or anyone. Everyone's got to buy this for $10 USD. So although I completely understand them charging for content, I mean, we've gotten however many dozens, if not hundreds, of free cars over the past couple years. It's a bit late in the game's life and a bit of a weird time to be charging for DLC, but hey, it is what it is. You don't have to buy it if you don't want to buy it. And speaking of being late into the game's life, the other big drop of news here is that Forza Horizon 4 is coming to Steam. Now, this is not something I expected whatsoever. I'm a big Steam user. I'm sure most PC guys are big Steam users, so I'm happy to see it come over to Steam. I have no reason to purchase it on Steam, and it's very important to note that your saves will not transfer over from the Microsoft Store version to the Steam version. So if you already own it on the Microsoft Store, you're just going to have to keep it there, add a shortcut through Steam if you really want it on Steam. However, what this does mean is that the game is going to get a very, very big bump in new players. Steam is obviously the biggest platform for PC users, and it's generally been lacking in AAA racing games. I mean, EA just started bringing back the Need for Speeds a little while ago with Heat now on Steam, but this is saying a lot, bringing a Forza title to Steam. Does that now mean that Forza Motorsport 8 will release on Steam, that Horizon 5 will release on Steam? I can tell you personally that if a game is on Steam, I will buy it on Steam. So I'm a big fan of that. I think a lot of people have issues with the Microsoft Store in general, me included. If this means that future Forza titles will also release on Steam, that is an absolute win in my book. So anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. Enjoy the big influx of new players and the new Hot Wheels cars if you decide to pick them up, and I'll see you in the next video.